So whenever I'm diving on an international trip, I always try to get there at least 36 hours ahead of the boat leaving. And that's a little bit of just getting acclimated, jet lag, the lost baggage contingencies, things like that. But if you have that luxury on your side, it's always a great thing to do that. But it's not always possible. Recently, in the last couple, let's say the last like 2 years, Apple released those little AirTag things that are like $30 a piece. And I put those inside of my baggage now. It tethers into your phone and you can actually see where your luggage is at all times. I always take 2 masks. I always take 2 sets of gloves. I always take 2 sets of booties. I always have 1 extra wetsuit top with me, depending on the water conditions. And sometimes you'll end up wearing that because you'll tear it. You'll slide off the boat and a cleat catches it, or, shit happens. It's just part of it. I've always got an extra 2 bands for my gun, not necessarily a full set of bands. My shafts are always rigged out for those before I left. So I'm not typically rigging and dealing with that. I always have a small rigging kit that kind of saves the day, an extra snorkel keepers in there, a couple things of mass defog, some extra Spectre to put a slip tip back together with, perhaps a cable re-rig kit for the slip tips. I usually have like an extra 40 or 50 feet of cable or Dyneema with me as well to fix that. A small set of snips are always in my bag. I think that's always a great idea that people underestimate that. And the snips are really good for cutting stainless steel cable. If you're not traveling with stainless steel cable, your pocket knife is just fine for your Dyneema or your mono. But yeah, outside of that, hair conditioner is not a bad thing. I usually buy that locally and I'll throw it into a Gatorade bottle or something like that to get my wetsuit on. A lot of guys like to get in the water with their wetsuit and put it on. Personally, I think it just saves you from tearing your wetsuit if you lose a little bit of like hair conditioner or soap in your wetsuit. Sunscreen, always keep one in your gear bag. And another one that I try to travel with a lot too, that I don't know if is on my list to you or not, that is mosquito repellent. I think a lot of people mess that one up. You get there and you get torn up by no-see-ums, and that's a miserable experience when you're cutting up fish at the end of the day.